Hello and welcome back to Token Talk. So we're going to be coming back into my screenshots here. We're going to talk about Avalanche. This is new, but relatively old. It's priced at around 100 right now. It's floating around there. But the talk is, why get into it even though Avalanche doesn't come close to Shiba's percentage gains? It's it's that it left it. I'm going to just read it. It has left Shiba in the dust when it comes to market value. In 2022, it expects that gap to widen significantly. What makes Avalanche such an intriguing smart contract-based blockchain network is its speed and compatibility. Smart contracts are protocols that help to verify, facilitate, and enforce a contract between two parties. In terms of the former, Avalanche token is an exceptionally fast network. Its main project page notes that it's capable of more than 4,500 transactions per second, with a transaction finality of less than 2 seconds. This is just a fancy way of saying that the transfer of money files data is being completed in under 2 seconds. Comparatively, the big two, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are processing at just 7 transactions per second and 13 transactions per second, respectively, and take approximately 60 minutes for Bitcoin and 6 minutes for Ethereum to complete transactions. As a reminder, Shiba Inu is an ERC20 token built on the Ethereum chain, meaning it's subject to the same low transaction speeds and lag time that are occasionally plagued with the Ethereum network. So this is the token you want to invest with your savings for like the next 5, 10, 100 years, because this idea of making it cheaper and more efficient, this one's just about speed. So this one's about speed. So this is where the value is. I'm not there because it's quite a bit, but we're going to talk about Stellar, since it's relatively low and it just dropped in price, and if I can just get this to work. All right, so it's talking about the metaverse in the beginning, but don't overlook the potential of the financially focused blockchain payment networks. A good example of one that runs circles around Shiba in 22 is Stellar. Using existing infrastructure, it can take up a week for cross-border payments to validate and settle. That's not very efficient, and I mean, like wire transfers. Albeit, it's something sometimes consumers and businesses have been accustomed for decades, so they don't know any better. But with Stellar, the fiat currency is converted to the network's protocol token, XLM, known as Lumen, sent to its destination, converted back to the fiat currency of its choice, from American dollar over the seas to Britain in the form of the euro. This process takes just a few seconds, even across borders, where wire transfers would take 5 to 7 days. Plus, each bank institute that gets acquired of these transactions have a fee associated with it to the percentage of the money. So by the time you send $1,000 over, your bank's going to take like maybe 10, 20, 50 bucks. The bank in Europe is going to take 10, 50, 100 bucks, whatever the situation is. So by the time the client actually gets it, it's probably like $700 to $800. So you have to send more to cover the cost of the fees. And it's also an incredibly inexpensive way to transfer money. The average transaction cost on the Stellar network is just 0.000 of 1 XLM based on its closing price on December 21st. It would take the neighborhood of 370,000 transactions before a user would even rack up $1 in fees. Compare that to the wire fee you'll pay at a local bank, and you'll see what a bargain trading on Stellar's blockchain network can be. Something worth noting is that Stellar has real-world partnerships. The Stellar Development Foundation is collaborating with Visa and Digital Finance, and also worked with IBM and a dozen banks to try to test the blockchain across border payments. So this is the new thing. So yeah, it's old by a couple years, but it's facilitating really well in the market right now. So if this is the graph for the week, you can see it dropped, had a low table, floated about 30 minutes, I think, 2, 4, 6 hours in the morning. Then it rose back up once everyone woke up. But if you look at the overall graph, it's on decline, because the last float was around 6, 7, and before that it was not even a cent. So obviously, it's going to hold again at 5 for sure, but is it going to drop back down there is the question. So I'm waiting to trade on it, because the yearly says it's the lowest it's ever been. But if you look at the month, it's got potential to drop even lower. That's it. I even did this free stuff. I got 10 of these, and it gives me 53. So, if this hits back at around $50, I made 20 bucks pretty much of nothing. So get a look into that. And Avalanche is trading. We'll just take a peek at it. Avalanche is trading at a 77 right now, and it actually rose since I was talking about it. But you know, this is about speed and Stellar is about efficiency. So these two are pretty much the next big ticket items, where you have a potential to actually gain value rather than gamble at, you know, some of these dodgy Inu, Elon Musk war tokens, Metashiba. Yeah, you can buy trillions of them, but you know, is it going to actually go up to compensate you for the transaction fees and the gas fees? All right, over and out, guys.